whenever you react to something badly, like you're like, oh fuck, why did that happen to me? Or like, oh shit, this is happening, or when life gives you problems, that's when you know what frequency you're in. Because the problem is, like, usually we're like, oh, I want to be good frequency, I want to be in a high frequency, but then life gives you problems, which it always will. And those problems is actually like mostly, that's when you need to be most aware. So it's very interesting, like, when life gives you a problem and just react and you're like, oh my god, life is going to shit and shit. I actually experienced that just now before filming this video. I had a lot of problems come up, like problems with business stuff. And I was like, oh no, oh my god, what am I going to do with this? And like, I got that like initial emotion that was like, you should feel bad, you should feel like everything is going to shit, and like you should just feel bad. And I realized that that's so low frequency, and that is so my old patterns trying to just decide what I'm going to experience, just what my internal reality will be based off of this external event that doesn't have anything to do with my internal reality. Because we always think like that old frequency, that old pattern of yours is so victimized. It feels like the world should just serve it and that there shouldn't be any problems. The problem is you don't expect problems. You should expect problems. Problems is a part of life, and that's when your frequency gets tested. That's when you know if you're high frequency or not. What would the version of me that's in my desired reality, how would that person actually react to this problem? That's the main question to ask all the time. And the more you can be aware of that in the moment, the more you can be aware of your reactions, and actually realizing that you shouldn't react, you should respond. You shouldn't be someone that reacts to life. You should just respond to life. And in order to respond, you need to be aware. The only way is to be aware. When you react, you are in the 3D world, just seeing everything with your eyes. And we all know that just seeing with your eyes is literally hell. That is how life, that's like when life basically dictates you instead of you dictating life and you deciding what life is. That's when you've gotten it wrong, when you just see with your eyes and you see a problem and you're like, oh my god. It's like, that's not how it works. You have to realize the only way to get past this and to become the person that you want to become is to just ask yourself, what would the person in my desired reality do right now? What would the person in my desired reality do right now? And that's when you realize, because when you react and you go all scarcity and feeling bad about this thing, or you go around thinking about it, do you think the person in your desired reality would react like that? Obviously not. Because the person who would react like that is the person that you've been up until this point, the person with the old patterns, the old frequency. And the reactions to life is the thing that will stagnate you and just take your frequency away and just hold you hard there. It will hold you in that same place. Because the only way for you to manifest your dream reality is for you to maintain that frequency. Maintain the frequency of your desired reality, which is becoming the person who is in the desired reality and having your desired reality. You having your desired reality means you can't react to the external world. It means you have to respond and just go back inside and realize that you don't need stuff externally to feel in a certain way internally. But as long as you keep reacting to the stuff happening, right, left, somebody says something, or something in your business, or something at your work, or somebody in your school said something, or you missed something, or whatever it is. When you keep reacting to life and the external events, you will always be a slave and you will always live in hell. That will always be the case. The only way to actually get to your desired reality and to your goals is, first of all, know that you can only have what you already have. If you don't already internally have what it is you want, you will never get there. And the only way to have what you have is to be in the frequency where that reality that you want is living in. So you have to be in the reality where your dream reality is. and you have to maintain that reality. And the only way for you to manifest your dream reality is you maintaining that internal reality. And when you react to life, you're not maintaining that reality. When you react to external events, you're not maintaining your reality that you want, your desired reality. And therefore, you will never get to your desired reality, because you can only get to your desired reality if you maintain that internal state. And when you react to external events, you're not maintaining that internal state. The only way to get to where you want to be is to stop reacting to life, because as I said, when you react to life, you're a slave to this world. You will always be a slave to this world when you react to external events. It's just like you react, and the thing with reaction is like you react and you create an internal state from it as well, and you let that external event create an internal state, which means you're still emotionally dependent on seeing reality in a certain way for you to feel a certain way. When stuff is good, you feel good. When stuff is bad, you just feel bad, because you're just using your eyes to feel internal states. This is where you got it all wrong. The way to actually transcend and get to your desired reality is realizing that that's not the way to go. And to realize the external is just 0.0035% of the electromagnetic spectrum that we can see with our eyes. We can only observe through visible light. There is so much unseen, which is the spiritual, right? The thing that you can't see with your eyes is almost more real than what you can see with your eyes. What's happening internally in you is more real than what's happening outside of you. So you should use that as in your favor and be like, go within, change your internal state before the external has changed, because this is where everything happens, inside of you, internally. Do not let the external world change your internal state. Your internal state should always be the same. And the more you can, the more you can maintain that internal state, the more reality will go exactly as you wish. But when you react to reality, external events that go bad, you're telling yourself that this is the reality that I'm living in. I live in a bad reality. I'm gonna interpret this external event like this, like a bad thing. Like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. Why does life happen? Why does this happen to me? Now you're in low frequency, because you think that the universe should be in a certain way, and you're also interpreting stuff outside of you as bad, when that's exactly just the reality you chose in that moment. When you react, you're choosing your reality in the moment. Your capacity to choose the reality that you want in every moment is exactly what's going to give you the desired reality that you want. It's the only way, and you should definitely do that. Now I've been talking for 8 minutes and I'm done. So see you. Take care.